Awaziri bachole au nigo bachaka kulinguliwa emambia ya lero ne kamiti bunge iliyogoetigwa korachi waziri au Abraham Kithure Kindiki oyorache korai wizara y'uburindi boime nigo aerera emirobiri yogotingia uburindi asense ya Kenya n'emipaka. Julius Migosi Ogamba boigo nigo alinguliwa omubasolero eliguchikora ewizara y'echisemi. Roboto yasenchira yobwikiranu buneko bate.
Take into account that an ID in this country is everything. You can't enter a supermarket, you can't open a bank account. The old and PWDs cannot access social safety net funds without an ID. Now, if you are going to have that ID last for 10 years, then you must put in place a seamless renewal process so that people don't suffer because of failure to renew an ID card. And if you are approved to go back to office, I would want to see that you draft regulations that will guide and manage renewal of IDs and bring to Parliament for approval.
I agree with your recommendation and guidance that we should consider a seamless transition from after the 10 years to avoid creating a crisis. I believe it will be possible because we had a similar situation with passports when we went into e-passports. So what you do, for example, is to say that the ID that has expired will continue operating until you get a new one, for example, because you cannot be faulted because of a government administrative measure. Number two, we will make sure that we anticipate and put in place a rapid response initiative where you deploy additional facilities, additional service points, additional personnel, even if it's on a temporary basis, at a time when many of these IDs will be expiring. But by and large, the old ID, the expired ID should work until when the state gives you a new one, because it's simply for technology purposes, safety features. It is not that we will give again another ID. It might even be the same depending on whether or not we will consider that ID as being a secure document by that time. With regard to regulations as guided, we will prioritize that, Mr. Speaker.
The only way to solve the problem bedeviling the whole sector is to find a way of raising enough funds to ensure that the provisions of the Constitution with respect to education are covered. When I thought about it, I realized that there has not been a clear audit to find out, for instance, how many students do we have who need resources? How many funds do we have that cover these students?
A confirmation in one way or the other, or expression of confidence that I did my work for those few months